Welcome to the online lecture series of heat and mass transfer. Here is Professor Lakshman Mani. This is a video session on general unsteady state three-dimensional differential equation for heat conduction with internal heat generation. In this session, you will be able to explain differential equation of heat conduction in Cartesian coordinates, cylindrical coordinates and spherical coordinates. Differential equation of heat conduction. General equations which governs the heat transfer through the substance is differential equation of heat conduction. To derive the conduction equation, an energy balance on elemental volume is performed. Possibilities which are included here: heat generation from chemical reactions is considered. Here are two states. One, unsteady state means if the temperature is function of time, and steady state means if the temperature is independent of time. As per the dimension, here are three cases. One dimensional, if the temperature is function of single space coordinate. Two dimensional, if the temperature is function of two space coordinates. And three-dimensional equation means if the temperature is function of three space coordinates. Let us take general unsteady state three-dimensional differential equation for heat conduction with internal heat generation in Cartesian coordinates. Here in the figure we see this is a infinitesimal volume element of sides dx along the x-axis, dy along the y-axis, and third side is a dz along z-axis. Here we see heat entering along the x-axis left face, that is dqx. This is a heat leaving along the x-axis on the right face of the element, that is dqx plus dx. Similarly, along the y direction, heat entering dqy, heat leaving dqy plus dy. Along z direction, heat entering dqz, heat leaving dqz plus dz. According to the Fourier heat conduction law, the heat flowing into the leftmost face of the element in the x direction, we know the Fourier's law of heat conduction is Q is equal to minus K into area perpendicular to into temperature gradient in that direction. So here dqx is equal to minus k into perpendicular area to the x direction, that is dy into dz, into temperature gradient in x direction is dt by dx. Heat leaving the element dqx plus dx. So here dqx plus here partial derivative of dqx with respect to dx, that is del by del x of dqx. So here putting the expression for dqx here as it is, plus del by del x of this expression inside the bracket into dx. Now here K is a thermal conductivity as a constant will remain as it is, and here del y, del z and del x, these three are the sides. So here derivative of temperature gradient with respect to x will be del square T by del x square. The net heat flow by conduction in the x direction is therefore heat entering minus heat leaving. So here subtraction, here we will find this minus sign will become plus, and these two terms will get cancelled to each other. So here this equation will be what? K into del square T by del x square into elemental volume, means del x, del y and del z. This is elemental volume. This is the equation along x direction, say equation A. Similarly, the net heat flow in the y and z directions are given with equation B and equation C. In this, here thermal conductivity and elemental volume will remain same. What will be changed? There will be change in temperature gradient derivative. Here will be temperature gradient derivative in y direction, means del square T by del y square. This is a temperature gradient derivative in the z direction. So here this is del square T by del z square. Remaining things will be same, that is thermal conductivity and elemental volume. Net amount of heat conducted into the element will be what? Summation of equation A, B and C. So writing equation A plus B plus C. In all these equations, we consider that this element is isotropic, means thermal conductivity in all direction is same. So here K will be common and elemental volume we can take as a common. So inside the bracket what will remain? Summation of del square T by del x square plus del square T by del y square plus del square T by del z square. Let us consider that there is some heat source within the solid, means internal heat generation, and heat is produced internally as a result of the flow of electrical current or nuclear or chemical reactions. This we write in general. So we consider that Qg is the rate at which heat is generated internally per volume, means watt per meters cube. Then total rate of heat generation in the elemental volume is Qg into elemental volume. Then the net heat flow owing to conduction and the heat generated within the element together will increase the internal energy of the volume element. Means when the heat is flowing through the element, there is a temperature difference. Because of that, there is the internal energy change. So this internal energy change, the rate of accumulation of internal energy within the control volume is given by equation rho, means density of the solid, Cp means specific heat of the substance, into del T by del T. Here this is a del T is a temperature change and this is a with respect to time. This is a elemental volume. Now as per the first law of thermodynamics, here energy balance means heat balance can be written. Here will be what? Rate of net heat conducted into element plus rate of heat generated in element. Summation of these two heat energies will be equal to rate of change of internal energy. So we can put the expressions for these three which we got in earlier slides. First, rate of net heat conducted is K into this bracket into elemental volume plus this is a generated heat is equal to this is a rate of change of internal energy. If you observe here, these are the underlying, this is what elemental volume, we can cancel from the equation of both sides. So remaining part is K into this bracket plus Qg is equal to rho Cp into del T means temperature divided by del T is a time. Now dividing both sides by thermal conductivity. So here this bracket will come plus Qg upon K is equal to rho Cp by K into del T by del T. Next to this, we can write this equation in the form of this. For this quantity, we can write here 1 upon alpha. So here del square T by del x square plus del square T by del y square plus del square T divided by del z square plus Qg by K is equal to 1 upon alpha del T by del T. This is called a generalized differential equation of three-dimensional unsteady state heat conduction in Cartesian coordinates. Cartesian means here x, y, z, these three coordinates. Now here alpha means what? That we will see. So here alpha is ratio of thermal conductivity to rho Cp. This total quantity alpha is called as thermal diffusivity of solid. So here in this equation we can write delta square times T means from every quantity this temperature we take outside, remaining part of the equation as it is, where this del square is called as Laplace operator. So del square means what? Del square by del x square plus del square by del y square plus del square by del z square. Now here this thermal diffusivity, its importance, it is meter square per second is its unit, means area divided by time. So it indicates that larger the value of alpha, faster will be the heat diffusion through the material. Now there are different forms of differential equation for heat conduction. So here are three forms given: Fourier, Poisson and Laplace. How? Let us see. When we consider unsteady state and there is no heat generation, means Qg is equal to 0, in that case this form is called as Fourier's equation, that is del square T is equal to 1 upon alpha into del T by del T. In next equation, steady state heat conduction means there is a del T by del T is equal to 0. There is no change in a temperature with respect to time. So right side comes here 0 of the equation. And last is Laplace equation, where we consider steady state and also no heat generation. In that case, Laplace equation will be what? Del square into T is equal to 0. Second form of equation or second category of equation for the heat conduction is in cylindrical coordinates. So here is a general unsteady state three-dimensional differential equation for heat conduction with internal heat generation in cylindrical coordinates. Now in this case, here basic diagram we will consider, and here way of mathematical derivation will be same. So here temperature is a function of r means radius, theta is a angle, z is a third side and t is a time. So in this case, this is a elemental shape of this cylinder. This is a complete cylinder. Part of cylinder, this is element. Its thickness is dr along the radius, and its third side is dimension is dz, and this arc we say as a, we know that r into this angle theta. So this r d theta will be length of this arc. So area of this element will be what? R d theta is a length multiplied by dr. This is the elemental area, and volume will be what? This arc into area into this third side. So dV will be what? R d theta dr into dz. This will be what? Elementary volume of cylindrical element. Now next part, directly we go to the final equation, as the mathematical equation part is the same format. So here finally we get here equation 1 upon r del by del r bracket r into del t by del r plus 1 upon r square into del square t by del theta square plus del square t divided by del z square. This is the internal heat generation, and right hand side is a thermal diffusivity. So here we see this general heat conduction equation in cylindrical coordinates in 3-dimensional unsteady state. For this simplified form, we compare this equation with Laplace operator equation. So here we find del square t 1 upon r into del by del r into bracket r into del t by del r plus 1 upon r square del square t by del theta square plus del square t by del z square. So this first quantity is along the radius direction, second quantity is along the circular direction, means angle theta, and this is the quantity along the z direction. In this case also, if heat flows only in radial direction, in that case theta and z terms will be 0. In that case we will find this equation number 2. If we consider steady state, means del t by del t is equal to 0, then this right side term will become 0. So above equation will be simplified. And when there is no volumetric energy generation and the temperature is function of radius only, in that case steady state condition for cylindrical coordinate, in that case only will remain d by dr of r d theta dt by dr is equal to 0. This is the third coordinate system, that is spherical coordinates. For this differential equation, here is the diagram. For spherical coordinates as shown in figure, temperature is function of 3 space coordinates. First is r, means along the radius, theta means along the angle, phi is this second angle between x and y rotation, means about z axis rotation, phi. And time t. So here is a view of spherical element, in that r d theta is the thickness, dr is this side, and r sine theta d phi. This is a third side. So volume of this element we can have here dr into r sine phi into d phi into r d theta. This will be elementary volume. So here general form of conduction equation in spherical coordinate. can be written in this way. This is the first part of the equation, that is along the radius. This is second part along the angle. This is third part along the angle phi. This is heat generation, internal heat generation, and this right side is the thermal diffusivity. Its Laplacian form will be what? Del square T is equal to 1 upon r square del by del r into r square del T by del r plus 1 upon r square sin theta into d del theta sin theta of del T by del theta plus 1 upon r square sin square theta into del square T del square del phi square. Means in this case this internal heat generation is 0 and thermal diffusivity is also 0. So at the end of this session you can explain differential equation of heat conduction in Cartesian coordinates, cylindrical coordinates and spherical coordinates. If you like this video, please subscribe and share. Thank you.